Hi, welcome. This is Coach Alyssa here, and I want to welcome all new challengers to the Fix. Give yourself a pat on the back because if you decided to do this, this is a first step in making a lifestyle change, and we're very proud of you. And all returning Fixers, welcome back. We're excited to have you back along. I just wanted to share a couple tips for this week as we prep for the challenge, which will officially begin next Monday. First, I hope that you all received your packages, and if you haven't yet, that's fine. But when you do receive them, open them up, and you're going to want to look at a few things. You're going to want to pull out the handy guide, the 21-Day Fix Guide. I have the Extreme Edition here because I've misplaced my regular one. But what you're going to want to do is look through this guide, and on page 4, there is a formula for you to calculate the calories that you're going to need. So you want to, on page 4, go to that, calculate the calories you need. Then flip to page 19, which will look a lot like this, and it will show the amount of containers you get to eat in each of the calorie ranges. So that is the amount of containers you get to eat in your calorie range in order to have weight loss and changes in your body. Then you're going to want to read through very carefully those food lists because that's what you get to eat. If it's not on the list, it's not Fix approved. So stick to the list. If it specifies how much of a particular food, that is what you need to eat. If it doesn't specify, then you can fill that container all the way up with that particular food. So I want you to next preview your DVDs. Pull those out, make sure that they work. Put them in your DVD player, put them in your Blu-ray player, however you're going to use them, your computer. If they don't work, let your coach know and she can help you out. Next, clean out your pantry. Get rid of the junk. Get rid of those extra Christmas cookies and all those chocolates and any of that other stuff you don't want to be tempted by. Get rid of it. And if your kids have snacks around, just put it out of your view. You might not want to get rid of all of them, but you just don't want to have them right in your eye level so that you're tempted and they're calling out to you, eat me, eat me, eat me, right? So put them away, throw them out, do what you have to do so you're not tempted. Recipes. I advise the very first week or two that you stick to a really easy plan. I would say, eat your chicken, quinoa, kale, just very basic meals so that you don't have to get into figuring it out, measuring it all out to make these complex recipes. However, if you do want to look for recipes, go onto Pinterest. There's tons. Or do Google searches and you'll come up with recipes. We also have a recipe file that we started this time. And if you look on the banner below our faces, it says files on the right-hand side. If you click on that and you go to the recipes, you can open that up. And Steph and I have already added some in there. And feel free to add any more recipes with, the container equivalents in there as we go along because that's just nice and helpful. So we'd really appreciate that. Please put them in that file, not on the main news feed on our page. Thank you. Tell everybody about what you're doing. You need to get support from your family, your friends, your coworkers. Tell them this isn't about a fad diet. This isn't about just, losing a mad amount of weight. This is about a lifestyle change, and you really need their support and encouragement as you do this. So let everybody know about what you're doing so they're not constantly questioning you about them. Also, if you want to think about some goals, that's a great thing to do. They might not be goals such as lose 20 pounds or anything. I would think of smaller goals, maybe fitting into a dress you didn't fit into before, having more energy to play with your kids or your grandkids, sleeping better at night, having better digestion, which the Shakeology will definitely help with. So think about those goals. We also, the most important thing, excuse me, I'm looking at my notes. The most important thing, measure and take pictures. I just had a challenger write to me and say how horrible the experience was. And I've had so many challengers say that, but you know what? It's so important to do. I have people that have regretted that they didn't take it because their body has transformed so much and they've had nothing to look back to see the transformation. So get somebody to help you, do some measurements, all the different body parts as specified in the challenge pack, and take the pictures in the views that they also specify. And hold on to those because even in 3 weeks, when you compare those, you are going to see differences. The scale might not show as much, but you will see differences in inches and in the change in your body. Believe me, if you stick to this plan and follow it, you will see changes. And you will be happy that you took those photos and did those measurements. One other thing that's a little different for return challengers and for new challengers, this won't be different for you, but we don't want to really clog up the page and the news feed with just comments and pictures and recipe shares. So what we're going to do as coaches, we share once to twice a day. So we'll post once or twice a day. So you might want to like look in the morning and look in the afternoon or evening to check for our posts. Other posts that people want to make, they can do on the file. There's a file section that's called questions, comments, answers. Please put any other posts or questions that do not pertain to what we are posting about that day. Please ask in that file. So that'll be a continuous thing going back and forth between challengers and coaches to ask ask questions or give advice. However, you can make comments that pertain to what we post that day, of course. But just if they're not relevant to what we've posted, please place those in the file, the question, answers, comments file. We'd really appreciate that. And let us know your feedback. I think it'll just make it a lot more user-friendly for everybody. So I think that's about it. I went through it really quickly, and we're going to coach you through this week to get you prepped. Let your coach know if you have any questions, or you can ask it in that question file. And we are all here to support one another. That's all it's about. We're all in this for the same goal and the same, maybe different reasons, but we're all here together to do this. Nobody else needs to know what's going on here. It's our own secret little group, and I want to have a lot of fun. So you guys just be yourselves, share, comment, participate. And I can't wait for these next 4 weeks. It's going to be great. So have a great night and look for the first post in the morning. Good night.